Welcome to the Podnas with Face, Pat, and Tiz.
This first discussion that I had, is I don't know what I was watching some clips. Y'all know me, I be down these little YouTube rabbit holes. And I was watching this video, and this dude was basically giving some advice to another dude. Now the dude ain't asked for the advice. You know, it's kind of like one of them you ain't asked us, but the advice was sound advice. The other dude saw this video and said, "Why you hating on me? You hating." So I wanted to know, in these days in 2022, why is everything hating? What can you give a critique, advice, opinion, or just differ on a way of thinking without it being hating? And what exactly is hating? How does it compare to those other?
Well, welcome to 2022, where motherfuckers confuse words for other words, and they get all convoluted in their actions and think they know that what they know is right when they actually wrong. Most people think critical judgments or critical observations are hating when it's actually not. If I don't like your jacket, I'm not hating on your jacket. I'm just pointing out that you have an ugly ass jacket on. If you have something I don't have and I aspire to get it and I start saying negative things about it, then that would be hate. But if I'm just making an observation that everyone else can see, that's not hate. That's an observation. Sure, some observations may not be liked by all, excuse me, but they're still true. I'm not hating on you because you got some ugly ass shoes on that I said were ugly. I'm not hating because you got a big gaudy ass chain on. It looks too big for your neck. I'm just pointing that shit out. I don't want it. I'm just pointing it out. Now, when it gets to motherfuckers like, man, that nigga don't deserve that girl and all that shit, that's hate. Because you want that girl, but you see something in that man that you don't possess, so you're just going to say something negative about that guy. That's hate. That's not an observation. People, stop getting your words confused. Words have different definitions for a purpose and for a meaning and for a reason. Please, pick up a Webster's.
Pat, why do you think that people keep saying everything is hate? What do you think that comes?
People can't take critiques nowadays. They once the ego feels some type of way, then everything is hating, pretty much. When it all depends on the level of the ego. If the ego start feeling some type of way, or if the ego is not feeling exuberated enough, pretty much, they're gonna feel like it's an attack, or they're gonna make it seem like it's an attack or whatever. So the people that may be watching, or the viewers, or whoever may be listening or whatever, will just write that off as like, that's hate. I don't really listen to that dude or whatever. Especially if they have like a following, or they're fans or whatever, they're like devout fans, whatnot. If they're devout fans and he says that he's hating or whatever, then they're not going to listen to him. But if he actually takes the critique or whatever, then that dude is a real ass dude, or whatever catchphrase they want to call him. It's all ego.
I feel like I definitely agree. It's definitely an ego thing. I definitely feel like people are misconstruing words like Faye said. I always wonder the root of it though. Like, what makes people all of a sudden, like, why is that now the thing, like, to call things hate? And I wonder, does it come from like this participation trophy?
Because motherfuckers becoming dumb. Niggas is getting stupider and stupider by the day, or dumber and dumber by the day. So instead of being able to differentiate between two different things, they just clump them all together and say all of it's the same shit. That's just like looking at black people and saying all of it's the same instead of differentiating from each individual. It ain't all the same. It ain't all black. It's different. It ain't all hate. It's critiques. It's observation. It's pointing something out. Motherfucker, if you're more self-aware of the downfalls in yourself, you won't be saying people are hating. You'll realize an observation when you see it. Most times when people telling you the truth about yourself, they're not hating. They just giving you the truth. But you'll turn it into, man, you hating because you don't want to accept this shit.
I feel. I
Hate.
want to know, does like the fact that we coddle people so much now, like there's so many ways to say, oh, support. Excuse me. Choking on a piece of candy. So many ways to say, support me. Give my group credibility. You can't say that about us. Don't talk about us like that. Oh, because we're doing it, everyone has to like it. So I wonder, does that like contribute to like people then, like whenever they hear something that's not affirming of their belief or their way of doing something, I wonder, does that make them then like, oh, well, that's hate? I wonder,
It's
to that misconstruing of the term.
Hating rode the trending topic train. Like, if you really think about it, people wasn't really like, I would say, overusing or misusing the word hating until like really social media started booming. So, and then it's just it's the simple fact of how fan base exploit how people want to belong to shit or whatever. So once it gets to a point where, all right, you're a public figure and somebody says something against you, and to you, it makes you feel like it makes you look bad because you don't have a way you don't have a rebuttal against it or whatever. And being that two people are too lazy to think, the quickest rebuttal back to it is you hating. I'm gonna say you hating until I figure out something else.
Yeah, they just, once again, loss of aptitude.
What you mean? Because they dumb?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's between ignorance, laziness, and if they're actually dumb. Because I think to give them to say that they're dumb is, it kind of gives them an excuse. It's more like
no. Ignorance is never an excuse for ignorance. Ignorance goes hand in hand with laziness. If you know you're ignorant, you have the choice to educate yourself. If you just what you said about ignorant and lazy, that was just a double. You just said the same thing twice, basically. Because a motherfucker's ignorant to the fact that you know you're ignorant. You have the choice of, I can keep saying this dumb ass shit and be comfortable, or I can educate myself and just put a little bit more in my head.
Yeah, I was using those words, well, basically breaking down how these are people are thinking, because people are like, their attention span is 15 seconds or whatever. Because their attention span is 15 seconds, they too lazy to think. Being that they're too lazy to think, that's where trending topics pop in. That's where hashtags pop in and do the thinking for them. And then you have that train going. That's what I meant by that. Now, by dumb, I meant like, all right, if it was no way they just did not know anything about it, whatever. And I was separating that from ignorance, because like you said, you can choose to actually learn something about it, pretty much. But yeah, it's just it's this social media trending topic culture is what making this misuse of hating so prevalent. That's what I'm saying.
because people so used to getting them likes, clicks, like, oh, look at your outfit, that looks nice. Look at your haircut, that's cool, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Your nice car. So as soon as somebody be like, oh, I don't think I look so cool. Oh, you a hater. Oh my God, you a hater. You don't like what I got. You a hater. Oh no, no, no. It can't be that my shit just whack. You a hater.
Mm.
I think
And
people gotta
Can't be that you have an opposite opinion of mine.
right. Like
like it's
happen to just taking advice or just taking like criticism or just like ignoring like the opinions that you didn't feel like applied to you. Like if it don't even apply to you, like why does people gotta call, why is that hating?
the
What
evils
happened
of
to
social
not
media.
giving a fuck about what somebody else thinks?
That too.
I mean, that's only cool when it works for them on social media. I'm telling you, social media is it's a gift and a curse, and a lot of times is a bigger curse than than the gift. Because now you have think about this. Our generation then grew up with social media. We kind of just was the first to experience it, whatever. Now we have a young adult generation that grew up with social media prevalent in their lives or whatever. So like it's
That was their way
it's
of life.
yeah, like it's their like it's so ingrained into them that you can't even like for us it might be kind of hard to fathom how they can just like everything
I don't
is
understand. They
postable.
understand. But it don't
Yeah,
make no sense to me. I'd be like, nigga, all this,
like
all
like
this
if you
for some pussy.
saying like you don't have to post all the time is almost a therapeutic statement. You-
Like that's the worst shit for me. Like it's so hard for me to post on social media. I hate that shit. I hate being on that.
Mhm.
I really do. It's not a fun place. It's like just stress, especially for a private person like me. Like that shit is stressful as hell. Like oh well okay, I want to put that out. Oh I don't think I really want that out. Oh now I do. Okay now I don't really like that. Oh somebody gonna say something like ah. So I get it.
Mhm.
Everything ain't hate. Like somebody say oh that nigga Ted's hair look horrible. All right that ain't hate. Just don't like my hair. That's fine. I think people gotta like also be okay with like hearing things about themselves that are not good. Like even on social media, you got trolls. Like I'm surprised that this social media culture hasn't like evolved to the point where they can like accept negative criticism when there's so many trolls out there that that's all they do is go around giving negative criticism. I don't get it. But I tell
Heard
you
that.
one thing good social media has brought us.